Okay, so step one, what we're drawing is our first wave. You are going to take a line and curve it around like that. Next, you're going to find the end of that line and swing it back around and down. You're going to repeat that as many times as you would like. You don't have to do it exactly the way mine is. So I'm going to do another one. I'm going to start at this wave. I'm going to curl it around, kind of like a spiral from the end of that. I'm going to go back around another curved line. Like that. This one I'm going to do a little bit different. I'm going to go up and around. I'm not curving quite as much on this one. And back down. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the middle of each point where the two lines meet. I'm taking that point and I'm just drawing more lines. I'm repeating the same shape over and over again. Here's an example of this is where we're getting to. There will be color too eventually, but so now find each point, and then you're going to just follow that. You're creating lines within the wave. I'm going to do an extra one here. So if you think about drawing a rainbow, kind of like that, but what you're doing is you're filling this whole wave, and you're going to repeat that with each wave. Try to have them kind of close. You could do it your own way, make it your own. I still have a good amount of space here, so I'm going to put another one in there. So that's my first wave. This middle one, I'm going to do the same thing where I'm following that same shape. So if you think about when you're drawing a rainbow, you follow that arch over and over again, but you're spacing it out. This is similar to that. I think I can squeeze one more in here. Okay, so that's the middle wave. Now I'm gonna do this is the first one I drew, but now I'm gonna do this one. Same thing, you're just repeating the process over and over again. Again, think of a rainbow. Think of putting approximately equal space in between each one. And again, you're just copying that same shape. So I'm copying the shape that I drew. And I'll squeeze one more in. Okay, so those are the first waves. I'll show you this again. Next, we're going to draw some wavy water behind it. Your lines don't have to be exactly the way mine are. You can do it how you want, but I'm going to show you the styles that I'm going to use and what I would like you to use. So these are just other waves that are behind this giant wave. So the water, it must be a windy day. For this first one, I'm going to go kind of straight, but where this line meets the wave, I'm going to stop, pretend like there's a line, and continue. So that's my first one. Next, I'm going to go a little more wavy. just going like up and down. I'm giving it kind of a point. Again, I'm going to stop here where this big wave is. The next line I'm going to do is going to have more of a curve to it. Now I'm going to do another wavy line. It's going to be similar shapes, these little spiral curls that I did. And remember, your lines don't have to be exactly the same as mine. Wherever you hit into the wave, just make sure you stop. I'm going to do one more. This one's going to have a little curve to it, close to straight though, but a little bit of a curve. Next, what's behind the water? These are going to be little mountains or hills. So that's the next thing I'm going to do. I did them a little bigger in that one. I'm going to go a little bit smaller on this one just so I have room for the sun. I did my water a little larger in this. So it just went like that. One like this, so you're going up kind of on an angle and rounding around. I'm going to do another one in between. Notice how this hill overlaps this one, so it's in front. Next, what I'm doing is the sun. Again, this one's a little different, and yours should look different too. We're all doing our own, so you don't have to copy exactly what I did here. So for the sun, what I'm doing is a half circle. You could do it whatever size you want, but make sure you have room for the sun rays. That's the next thing I'm going to do. And those are just straight lines. You could, if you have a ruler, you can use a ruler. If you don't have a ruler, you could use your art folder, or you can just draw them freehand. I'm going to use a ruler this time. My first one I did not use a ruler. And what I'm doing, my line is going from the edge of the paper to the half circle, to the sun. So if you're doing it freehand, I'm going to do the first couple with a ruler just to show you that. Now I'm going to do the rest freehand just to show you that. I think it's easier for you to see what I'm doing too if I do it that way. So again, think of what I was saying earlier about drawing a rainbow. This is similar. These lines are the rays of the sun. You're just going around. And make sure your lines extend to the edge of the paper. Try to have equal space in between each sun ray. For the sun is going to be warm colors, so warm colors are yellow, orange, and red. The hills and the water will be cool colors, green, blue, purple. And what you want to do is each space, so again, if you think of a rainbow and how each spot on a rainbow is a different color, I want you to do the same with this. So each line we drew, you're going to do a different color in between each one. So in here, we did these waves. Consider this its own section. Consider this its own section. So you could even do, for example, if you wanted to do a light blue, a medium blue, a dark blue within the water. If you want to have maybe even a couple hints of purple in here, you can do that. These hills, you could do those greens. You could have maybe a dark green and a light green and a medium green, or you could practice with shading where the hill overlaps. So where this goes in front, you would push a little bit harder with the green. If you're using green here, you would push a little bit harder, and that would create a shadow. I'll make another video showing you how to do the color. I just wanted you to know what direction we're going in. Remember, these are all going to look different. Yours is not going to look exactly like mine. That is okay. I do want a variety. I prefer if everything looks a little different. These lines don't have to be exact. So for example, the wavy lines we did, doing these little curls and things, it doesn't have to be exactly like that. Okay, so that is step one. And if you look, this one looks a little bit different from that one. That's okay. So that's where we're going to stop with the drawing part.